autumn evening, Sarah sat in her cozy living room, the glow of the fireplace casting warm shadows across the walls. The tranquility of the night was comforting as she curled up with a book, her cat purring contentedly beside her. Outside, the wind rustled the falling leaves, adding to the serene atmosphere. Suddenly, a loud knock at the door shattered the calm. Sarah's heart skipped a beat. It was unusual for anyone to visit her this late, especially in their quiet suburban neighborhood. She hesitated, wondering if she should ignore it, but curiosity got the better of her. Peeking through the peephole, she saw a figure standing on her porch. The person wore a dark hoodie, the hood pulled up to obscure their face, and a black mask covering the lower half. Sarah's breath caught in her throat when she noticed the glint of a knife in the stranger's hand, catching the porch light. Her instincts screamed at her to call for help, but she was frozen in place, her mind racing with fear and confusion. The stranger knocked again, more insistently this time. Summoning her courage, Sarah decided to confront the situation head on. She locked the door and, keeping her phone in hand, called out, "Who are you? What do you want?" The masked figure didn't respond immediately. Instead, they held up a piece of paper against the glass pane of the door. Sarah squinted to read it. The note simply said, "Help." Her fear mixed with puzzlement. Help? From someone wielding a knife? It made no sense. She dialed 911, ready to speak to the operator if things escalated. "Explain yourself," she demanded, her voice steadier than she felt. The stranger lowered the knife slowly, placing it on the ground, and stepped back, holding their hands up in a gesture of surrender. They pulled the mask down slightly to reveal a woman's face, eyes wide with desperation. "Please," the woman said, her voice muffled by the door. "I need your help. They are after me." Sarah's suspicion deepened, but there was something in the woman's eyes that hinted at genuine fear. Keeping the phone ready, she decided to take a chance. She unlocked the door, leaving the chain in place, and opened it a crack. "Explain, quickly." Tears welled up in the woman's eyes. "I was kidnapped. I managed to escape, but they are not far behind. I grabbed the knife for protection. Please let me in. I don't know where else to go." Sarah's mind raced. She glanced around, seeing no immediate threat outside. It could be a trap, but if this woman was telling the truth, she couldn't turn her away. Her conscience wouldn't allow it. She unlatched the chain and opened the door wider, motioning for the woman to come inside. "All right, but if you're lying, I will call the police," she warned. The woman stepped inside, visibly trembling, and Sarah quickly locked the door behind her. "Thank you," she whispered, sinking onto the floor, exhausted and relieved. "My name is Lisa. I don't know what they would have done to me if you hadn't opened the door." Sarah nodded, her own nerves still on edge. "We need to call the police," she said, dialing 911 again and explaining the situation. Within minutes, siren wailed in the distance, growing louder until flashing lights filled the streets outside. The police arrived swiftly, taking Lisa's statement and ensuring the area was secure. As they investigated, Sarah and Lisa sat together, the tension slowly ebbing away. Lisa recounted a harrowing escape, and Sarah realized how close she had come to making a terrible mistake, if not opening the door. As the night wore on, the police handled the situation, Sarah reflected on the strange turn of events. She had faced a moment of sheer terror, but by acting with both caution and compassion, she had saved someone in desperate need. It was a night she would never forget, a reminder that sometimes the right choice could be found in the midst of fear and uncertainty.